Hi there Virgo, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 4th of August. Your ruler Mercury combines with the Sun in the most sensitive part of your horoscope. This is absolutely wonderful for doing deep and delving research, for thinking about life's mysteries, for considering more spiritual matters. You may find yourself wanting to retreat a little bit, or at least spend time with those that you really feel at ease with. But there is 3 influences which are pitching back towards the stellium of influences which are in Leo, and they all come from the sign of Scorpio. And that for you is your sector of everyday communications. And because Mars is here, this can actually wire you up and give you a desire to speak out just at a time when another part of you may want to step back. So how will this work out? I think the truth of it is that you can find that information comes to you in unexpected ways. It may be that you're going to hear some gossip, that someone's going to tell you something that perhaps you don't really want to hear. They could confide in you, and it may feel awkward that they do that. On the other hand, you could share something to someone else, but they might not keep it to themselves. So unfortunately, confidentiality, sensitivities do come under the astral microscope this week. And it is going to be important because of that, just to be aware of who you're opening up to and why. If you are wanting to share some deep feelings, I would really only do so with someone you know particularly well. If you start opening up to someone you don't know so well, that you're not so familiar with, suddenly you could feel very exposed and feel quite vulnerable. Unfortunately, this is a time when some fair weather friends could be revealed. And even though Venus has been working its way through, and does for much of this week, a very sociable part of your horoscope, remember that mantra: it's not how many friends you've got, it's the quality of them. And so don't be too caught up in trying to please too many people. You need to just draw back a little bit, observe things, think carefully before you commit anything to an email, a text message, or a conversation. And once Venus moves at the end of this week, some of the reflection that you do might be about your relating sector. And if there are relationships which are not going quite as well as you would like, or you feel mistrustful of someone, this is something you really need to look at and consider before you can move on in the next phase of this year. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.